The pole in grid 1 went to Morvay, followed by Winkler, the current champion. And here the start into the 35 laps. And like in grid 2, there were only 2 XRTs in grid 1. Morvay easily took the lead through the first oval turn, but behind him there was a free wide between Winkler, J-Cartila and Mouseman in his XRT. Into the infield, Winkler defended his position on the inside, and Mouseman fell back behind Shooty. We remember the bad luck of Shooty in season 19. It seems that he carried this bad luck over into the new season, cause in lap 3, so the first lap you can't rejoin, he had some major hardware problems, which forced him to retire his race. There was a big chasing group from position 6 to 10 with huge fights. Here we are on board with Mouseman, who attacked Pete in front of him for the first 180 left-hander. Pete got massive temperature problems, so he went wide and therefore opened the gap for Roman, who thankfully accepted this invitation. Pete even lost the connection for a moment, but fortunately it didn't result in a disaster, but into the next fight, this time with Kobinji. Kobinji now with the attack into the second 180 left-hander, and he passes Pete on the inside. And in front of them, Roman also attacked Mouseman and passed him too. Behind them there was another chasing group from position 12 to 16. Nick and Toon went in side by side into the first oval turn, and behind them Shaka is waiting for an opportunity, and he will have it. Onto the turn down from the oval, Nick is defending on the inside and Toon is on the outside, ahead, but braking very late. Shaka crossed Nick in the back and therefore passed Nick and Toon with a fantastic maneuver. And through the slow double right-hander, Supri pushes himself next to Nick on the inside, but Nick got a better acceleration and Supri had to defend him against Trace. Due to his better temperature management, Winkler pushes Morvay into a mistake for the section down from the oval. Morvay went through the gravel and Winkler is now right behind him. They both went out side by side out of the double right-hander, but Morvay now got the advantage on the inside. With the better front tires, Winkler managed to hold the line outside from Morvay and even pass him for the next right-hander. But Morvay uses the second 180 left-hander to counter-attack Winkler very aggressively and regains his position with a little bit of contact. But in the beginning of the follow-up lap, Winkler got a perfect position in the draft of Morvay and attacked him on the outside for the first oval turn. And so Winkler took the lead and Morvay couldn't counter-attack this time due to his front tires. Roman got better and better pace during his race, and here towards the end of the race he gained position 4 from Velikov, with a nice door-to-door duel through the oval, and despite the fact that he also picked up some engine damage throughout the race. And now also some drama in grid 1 for the last lap. Pete was in the draft of Lazar throughout the final oval turn and tried to push for an attack on the inside. Lazar seemed to defend on the inside, but Pete was already overlapping, so they had a contact, and unfortunately this contact spun Lazar out of control right before the finish line, leading him to lose 3 positions. So in the end, Winkler begins his season like he ended the last one, with a win, followed by Morvai, then on third Jay Katila, followed by Roman and Velikov, closely behind them Kovinji and Mouseman with the first XRT, then following close Jan Ole, Chaka, Supi, Pete and Toon. The second round of CityLiga Season 20 leads us to Aston North to be specific. A track that seems to have it all. Lots of slow turns, very attractive for overtaking, lots of fast turns and S's where the G-forces demands everything from the virtual drivers. Short and medium length straights, a lot of elevations and of course the iconic Aston chicane, which is a downhill chicane in this configuration. Only the tight pit exit is a little downside, but besides that a popular track among the drivers. The cars for this wonderful track will be the GDRs with the GT2 restrictions. This means the SZR gets 19% intake restrictor, which pushes him down to 360 horsepower. The XRR gets 23%, which left him 370 HP, and the 4-wheel driven FXR gets 21% and got therefore 380 HP. Especially the start and the first 3 slow turns will definitely benefit the FXR due to his 4-wheel drive. But the FXR is also known for his hunger for tires, so the other 2 GT2s could score on this topic. Since this will be a long race with a mandatory pit stop, there's also plenty room for different strategies. Come with me on one lap with my FZR GT2 in Aston North. And out of the last tricky turn we go, towards the short start finish line. And now we start our lap, braking for turn 1, roughly 75 meters. Down into second gear, nice and round line. The earlier you're back to full throttle, the better, but drifting is a no-go. Up to third gear and back into second for the next slow turn. Again, as early as possible, back to full throttle. Now over the first split, up to the slowest turn of the track. Braking at 50 meters, back from fourth to first gear, in the best case without drifting. And now into the fast S's, from now on pedal to the metal full throttle. Through this banked right-hander with a little compression, nearly 2.5 G lateral acceleration. And now into this difficult fast S from 5th to 4th gear. Attention to the curbs, they easily throw your car out of balance. And the next left-hander is a little bit hanging, so you must stay on the inside. And try to avoid the grass on the exit. And now we make full use of this curb for the next left-hander. Very tricky since you can lose precious momentum for the fastest point of the track. And now up the hill we go, preparing for the next very fast S. At the braking point we reach maximum speed, and again using all the space on the left side. Going through this S with 200 using the full width of the track. And now my arch enemy on this track, the downhill chicane. Stay off the dirt on the exit for the last turn, and now braking about 70 meters, get close to the tire stacks on the inside, and back to start finish line. And this was one lap on Aston North. Have fun in the race.
So we're back here for the pre-race show of round 2 of CityLiga 20. Finally with voices. I think we weren't hearable on the first part. So you've seen the LFS report and the track presentation, so you know what has happened. And yeah, this leads us, quite excitingly waiting here for the race. The people are now called in grid 1, and they are getting called in this very order. So Patrick Kubini is on pole position in front of Roman and Kali Winkler. 4th position, HR Schuti. 5th, TDR Boss. 6th, Need Racing Phil Rose. 7th, Something All for Pick D. 8th, from Virus, Norbert Morvai. 9th, would be Jenna Mouseman if he was here. He isn't. So, since he isn't here, he won't race. In 10th position, Pete. 11th, from Infinity Skills, Anders Schaka. 12th, Philip Dreis from Need Racing. 13th, Christian Thun from Sonic Realms. 14th, Simon K, who also isn't racing, if I'm not mistaken. 15th, BC Berndy. 16th, Race Green Velikov. And scrolling down. 18th, WCL Zupi. 19th, Anders Lazar. And 20th would be Yannick Katila. 21st, WCL ESA. And 22nd, TCR Nick. That's the results from the tracker qualification. So yeah, what are you expecting for today?
Yeah, good evening first. But I'm busy chatting with. You were mentioning Mouseman that he didn't showed up. I messaged him on Facebook and asked if he wants to join or not, but he messaged me that he has withdrawn for round 2. So I was busy with that, just taking a little bit of care. Sometimes, people just forget the time, like me, for example, this evening almost. And a reminder to people can be nice. But in this case, Mouseman knew that he couldn't make it, so he withdrawn. Maybe unofficially, I have no idea.
Yeah, he did it officially.
He did it officially?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everything is okay.
Okie doke. Well, Qualify is in the meantime starting, so...
no? It's the lack of race.
Oh, we are...
No qualifying session for today. We will see a 90-minute race with one mandatory pit stop with the GT2 cars around us north.
Right, so there's no pre-qualify before the race.
Right, the qualification was done by a tracker over the past 11 or 12 days. So, yeah, they had plenty of time to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's always a little bit hard to get used to always changing things. But okay, this was the lag lap, and we're going to race.
Yes.
Fine. No problem. Let's see.
Let's see what's happening. Kubini from the pole position in front of Roman. And we're green! Great start by Kali Winkler going for the outside into turn 1. Blue team quickly following. Winkler side by side with Kubini. Kubini can't hold the line. Winkler will be first at the first split. Oh, dive bomb! Contact!
Oi, 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 oi.
This opens the door for Roman and Shooty.
It looked like they completely lost control of their cars in the front, but that's not the case. Actually, it's still very tense, and we have Boss there going very to the outside.
Kali to the inside of Boss, gaining the position. And now trying to dive to the inside of Shooty. Meanwhile, Kubini fights. Oh, goes into the grass. There was some touch.
That looks very bad.
Significant loss of positions, only having 15 cars in today's race.
Kabinyi dropped to 12, around 12 positions, being overtaken by Jan Olé. Is really into the back, was on the front, was in third place, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to move down the volume as I get reports that our stream is too quiet compared to the engine sounds.
Possible. After one full lap, we have Roman in first, Winkler in second.
Joins spectators and ends the race.
That looks a little bit like a rage quit, which is, I think, a little bit too much because 47 laps.
Yep.
A lot can happen, but okay. We have Shooty in third, Boss in fourth, fifth is Big D from Something Awful. That's the team name.
Yes.
Those top 5 are a little bit ahead of the rest of the field. I'm not going to mention all those names, but contains 9 people. Did it correctly?
14 cars just racing here right now, since Kubini decided to retire.
It was all not needed. So many laps. The first lap on Aston North. You know that you don't have space with these hairpins and picky corners. So the only thing you need to do is wait a little bit until room between the cars, like now, going to happen. And then you can basically do what you want.
We saw on stream how Lazar got around Jan Ole and how Jan Ole recovered from this. We overtook the Hungarian. Oh, Berndi runs wide, but just a place in front. Morvai is fighting with Grice. We're just at the very beginning of this race. It's the longest race of the season
90 minutes, I heard in the briefing. 1.5
Yes.
hours.
Correct. That's about the distance we're going to be time-wise here.
And we have of course that mandatory pit stop, which I think they're going to do around 50% of race.
Yeah. Morvai around Dries, who lost quite a lot of momentum, and now Berndi is behind him.
Morvai is, compared to last race, is quite slow.
Yeah, he must have lost some positions in the start, since he was having a qualifying time, a better qualifying time than his position currently is. Outside move, Berndi not working. Not working in a million years. Oh, shooty side by side with Boss. And now Picty's looking from the outside. Still side by side. No contact. Picty once. Whoa.
What's happening with? We have Pete is timing out. Pete is timing out.
However, he's still sending split times. He's not really timing out. He's just invisible for everyone else.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and there he is again. Recovering from his internet problems, right behind Berndi and Jan Ole. Jan Ole goes around Berndi, and now Pete, late braking, and through he goes. Quite an interesting group there at the back. Now Jan Ole and Dries side by side down the start-finish line. Oh, Jan Ole makes the outside line stick. Light contact, but nothing too big. And Jan Ole gains the position. Big group of cars there. Pete right in the middle of it.
Yeah, at the back of the field.
Yeah, since the field is not too big today, this can happen quite easily, but the quality of the field seems to be alright. Pete and Dries fighting. Into this fast corner. Ooh. No one's giving room there. And Pete loses the position due to it to Lazar. Meanwhile, up in front, Kali is very, very close to Roman.
Yeah, watching that all the time. I'm wondering if the FX are driven by Winkler, FX2 actually, GT2, faster than Roman's car in the end, which is an XR2.
Ooh, Roman already defending.
it are not the normal air restrictions. I cannot remember them 100%, but a little bit different than the standards between brackets on public racing.
Roman, bit too wide. Oh!
I should not do that there, yeah.
And the 5-time champion made a good move on tapping the brakes there. I have to excuse myself. I called him a 4-time champion the last stream. He's already a 5-time champion. Using all of the track and a bit more. Picking up some dust there.
Bernie goes past Pete. Back.
Yeah, but Pete in the slipstream.
Yes.
Trying the outside. And closing the outside line. Now trying to switch back, but there is the grip advantage for the FXR.
Shifting sound. The clutch. Pete's clutch is hot. That's why I hear those weird shifting. He's basically having problems with gear shifting. Not that fast. Losing speed there.
Yeah, the only car here with a standard transmission, not with a sequential one.
Basically, he needs to cool it down a little bit.
Oh, side by side for the lead. Kali on the inside, Roman on the outside. Roman stays on the outside, so he might. Yes, okay. Defended, contact.
Not going to give up.
But that's the position for Kali.
Yeah, his tires look way better than Roman's at the moment. Almost cold.
Yeah, Roman is trying to run R2R2, while Kali is doing R3R2.
Yep.
Interestingly, Boss Force in third position is running R2, R3. Just like the other F ZRs. Okay, not that interesting then. Oh, Dries in problems.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that Bernie just went past Dries, and now Pete is on the back of Dries. Going to try to overtake. Yeah, that was an easy overtake. Well, easy. Guys is still on the back of Pete. Pete is still having that clutch issue. Didn't really cool down. Still in the red.
But now he secured the position.
He catches a lot of dirt there on his tires. And Race can profit from that. He's having the inside now.
Contact.
Back in front. He's not really lifting between his shifts.
Ooh.
Doesn't lift.
Yeah. That won't cool down. Well, he'll notice the problems of his driving style at latest when he tries to move away from the pit box. Later in the mandatory pit stop. Slipstream. And he goes back in front.
Yeah, in the meantime we have Winkler who is gaining a little bit of pace with Roman, having 1 second, more than 1 second lead in front of Roman. Behind Roman we have Boss, and Boss is fighting with Shooty basically. Shooty is on the back of Boss for quite some time already. Maybe Shooty can make a move in this lap. Not that far behind. It's an FXR against an FZR. A 2 against an FX2. Yeah, Boss is an experienced FZ2 driver, so maybe it's hard for Shooty to try to get that position. It's even difficult for him to catch up in this sector. That's
Boss
strange.
seems to have less downforce in his setup.
Yeah, let's wing.
So Shooty only comes close when there are these tight sections, which this track also offers. New fastest lap by Kali. 1:35, 53, 0.07. But from the looks of it, Roman's tires are starting to recover a bit. So they should be through the heat cycle. Now we have to wait
Yeah.
and see if he can convert the softer, the softer tires into lap time.
He was in the fight, of course, also with Winkler, and he is now having basically all the room he can get to get comfortable with the car.
Yes, and the split times are matching between him and Kelly. Ooh! Gliding through the downhill chicane.
Enthusiastic.
And Shooty in the slipstream of Boss. And he's making the outside move stick. And behind there's a battle between Phil Rose and Pick D.
Oh,
Whoa,
being
and
done by
Mobile.
Mobile. 3 whites, almost. Well, there are 3 white, but not aligned.
We're not in the oval, fellas. Duty already took
yeah.
8-10 away from Boss after the overtake.
Morva is really, he was pushing too hard, going wide now, he's losing on the back of Pick D. Needed to back down. He was too enthusiastic. In Eau Rouge, I think that's called their corkscrew.
Downhill chicane, somewhat.
Yeah.
I think it's actually having so many names within the community that
Difficult to.
yeah.
He had a lot of speed there, but then he got into trouble with Pick D's car, which was coming too close, and then he missed his braking point on the last corner.
Duty is now starting to match Cully's split times. In Grid 2 we've got one racing Shippy leading in front of Aeromines Tatooine and Aeromines Marcel. In Grid 3 Aeromines Killer Army leads in front of Aeromines Como and Chijarto, name I haven't heard before, to be honest. There are 17 on races in Grid 3 and 14 also in Grid 2. Quite a low turnout. Could have expected more since this is not the most unpopular car in LFS.
What's the most unpopular car?
I mean that it isn't the most unpopular car in LFS or these GT2s.
No. Well, not for the last years. There's a little bit of degradation in it.
Oh, Berndie's off. Hardly any damage, but must
His
have
left to right tire is quite hot on the outside.
Oh yeah, it is.
But if he takes it easy, then he'll be okay. After 2 laps, I think.
Battle for 8th position, Charker and Janole.
Yeah, Jan Ole can maybe can catch up now because Zarka had a wrong racing line, not a great racing line. But we're talking about FXR against FXR here. Better corner there too for Jan Ole. So he is now really under the back of Zarka. Into the slipstream next to Zarka.
Ooh, both are very late on the brakes.
Almost a touch there, but went okay. I think he has to wait another lap. Try to make a move. There's still enough laps to go, lap 16. I think we're going to have some pit stops in about 5-6 laps.
Probably. While watching the lap times, I guess everyone is on full fuel. Since we're 2 seconds away from what's been driven in qualifying. Fast lap on the last one by Mobile with a 1:52.72, which completely destroys my theory, since that's just 1.5 seconds. Canola again fast through the downhill chicane and in the slipstream of Chaka.
Zarka's defending, but he cannot manage to, well, Jan Ole doesn't take the risk this lap.
Yeah, he lifted for a second, since he was not sure where Shaka would go.
Right.
Didn't want to be run off the track.
Fastest lap by Shuti.
Yeah, he's slowly closing the gap. Now 5.2 seconds. Someone else is closing a gap, that's Phil Rose. Got closer to Bosphorus and closer to the 4th place.
And P. Rose, don't know how to pronounce that, but
Phil Rose, yeah. Yeah.
Rose, okay. Really catching up to Boss now. In a matter of seconds he's on the back of Boss.
.48 at the last split. Gaining a 10th to the second split. look equally good on tires.
Yeah, let's see what the downhill chicane is going to provide. There. Gains a lot there. Goes a lot faster to that through that chicane.
Oh, but runs
he
wide.
is, yeah.
Oh, we've got a car stationary in the chicane. That's Jan Ole. Got going again. Not sure what happened there. He was close to Scharke, but not that close. I would think that there was some contact involved.
Yeah, well, everybody has gaps now. Not really fighting going on. Well, we're into lap 20, actually lap 21. About 50% of the race. Big D is gaining on Morvai. Has 3/10 of a second faster split time. Already was noticing that Big D was flying a little bit with his FX2. Second split is 3/10 still. There, the last sector is half a second difference in total. Across start finish, 1 second quicker. That's really onto the back of Morvai. into that hairpin there. My guess is that he's going to make a move on the second part straight. Coming up. Few seconds. Here. I wonder if my fellow commentator is still there.
Yes, I'm here. I just accidentally muted my mic, so everything I said in the last minutes was not hearable.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. Nice.
With a mistake.
Nice from.
Ooh. Forcing the issue. And Morwise running wide.
Oh, it's on the grass and yeah, basically lost his car. Momentarily, though.
Yeah, on the other hand, Morwise at least lost his hot clutch.
Cost him 3 seconds. Morwise. Costed Morwise 3 seconds that move.
Meanwhile, at the back, Berndi got around Lazar.
Yeah, we're going into lap 24, which is more than 50% of the entire race.
No pit stops yet.
Half of the race has been completed. We have Winkler in front, leading the race. 2-second gap with Roman. And then we have Schutte in third position. We have Bas in fourth. We have Philippe Rose in fifth. We have in sixth place Big D from Something Awful. We have in seventh position Morwai. We have in eighth Zarka. And we have in ninth position Pete and Jan Ole. Then we have Trace, Bernie, Lazar and Zupi.
Zupi is racing a very quiet and lonesome race, but who's neither getting close to the times driven in front of him, so this won't change. He's in his best lap half a second slower than the car directly in front of him.
At least he's dedicated to finish.
Yes, and he's gaining some important points. Due to the low attendance, it's going to be that the leader of the winner of Grid 2 is actually gaining as many points that you can directly put them into one list, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So I guess I was too complicated. Anyway.
maybe not, but I'm also clicking all kinds of stuff on my screen, so trying to see how is everybody doing in the meantime.
Since we're halfway through the race, a quick update on grid 2. We still have one racing shippy in front of Eremine's Tatwina and Eremine's Marcel. And in grid 3, someone retired, since we only have 17 cars left there. Eremine's Como leads in front of Eremine's Killer Army, and Tiato. Grid 3 we also have seen a couple of pit stops already. Grid 2 has seen one pit stop and we have seen none. Wait and see when there is the first real pit stop here.
Pete is still running with a hot clutch.
Yeah, but it looks a slightly bit better than it looked at other parts during the race, yeah.
He's still not determined to lift the throttle during shifting. Also not for just a little bit, just nothing at all. Amazing to see that.
Phil Rose closes up again to boss. After having some adventures beside the road. .5 of a second. The gap between both FZ2s. And the first pit stop here for Chaka. Oh no, Tsupi was also in pit lane. 8 is also in pit line to do his first pit stop. With 21 laps to go, everyone thinks of this option. Bandy also coming to the pits. Very tight pit line exit here. which saw some changes to the routes, so you may use a bit of that red stuff beside the yellow line. You shouldn't use on the entry though.
We have Rosé on the back of Boss.
And a fast slap by Roman, 152.14. Big D in the pit lane. And a fast step by Kali, 51.96, but directly beaten by
We have
Heroes.
Phil Rose. I forgot to pronounce his name. He's going to the pits, making his pit stop.
Yeah. Teammate also did his pit stop. He's now leaving the pit lane behind Jan Ole.
We have Trace making his pit stop. Yes, Trace.
Ice? I think. Not sure, to be honest. Oh, drive-through penalty for Phil Rose.
But did Edmund gave that?
Yes,
Let me check.
An admin penalty, probably for cutting the pit lane exit line. Yes, there's the confirmation.
Yep.
So this means he has to do another trip to the pit lane. And it's probably promoting Mova in a good position to gain the 5th position overall. Yeah, he's directly coming to the pit lane, and He's going to overtake Jan Ole in the pit lane, who is coming in for his pit stop. And he's speeding in the pit lane.
Oh god. Oh my
dear.
god.
It was just the moment too early on the pit limiter button. The only thing we can say about this is that he is probably going to know how to drive this pit lane after the race. As he's the most experienced.
Going to have enough practice, yeah.
Let's see where he comes out. I think might be coming out of pit lane just about when Charker's going through turn 1. And he will be back on track just a second in front of the Hungarian. 1.5 seconds even. Kali must have done a mistake. Roman is suddenly way closer to the 5-time champion, who is now...
He is going into the pits, Winkler. He's
and
going to
so
make
does
his pit stop.
Shooty.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen here.
New tires for both.
No problem there on the pit exit, and also not for Shooty.
Yeah, Winkler coming back to track just in front of Tsupi.
Position 4, but the other people, the other racers didn't make their pit stop yet. Of course.
And looking at Roman's tires, I think he's safe for another... Oh no! Oh, I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it. Puncture for Roman, front left. And he's still got to go through the downhill chicane.
Oh! Disconnected.
Yeah. Well. Not sure, but I think that car could have been recovered to pit lane and still earned some good points. After all.
Yeah, build up of frustration.
Bazaar in the pits. And Boss now coming to the pit lane. So the only one left without a pit stop is Morvai, but he's
joining also.
and Morva is returning. Oh, pick! Well, that was just ping. And it's something awful driver with slightly hotter tires compared to Morva. The gap in front between Shooty and Winkler shrinked to about 4.3 seconds. So there must have been some mistake by Cully on the lap where he entered the pit lane.
Yeah, but Shooty can't catch up. His lap time is 1500 seconds slower.
Yeah, though he had to lap Soupy on that lap. So,
Okay.
but I'm with you that this won't work out in the end. I think the difference between Shooty and Cully is not that big that it's going to dramatically affect the outcome of the race. More interesting is going to be the fight for third position. We've got Boss, we've got Morva and Pick D. I think all three are having at least on their minds to give it a shot for third position.
Well, I think Big D can catch up with Morvai. But
Okay.
I lost the pit. Which people still need to go to the pit?
Everyone was in pits, so
Okay, that's easy then. His leg is.
Oh,
Morphi! Oh my god!
yeah.
And then we have Big D.
Pick D crashing into it.
But he saves it quite easily there. Hopefully we weren't screaming too loud that some people have blown it loudspeakers now, but yeah. Okay. We were both watching the same thing, but it looked terrible. It looked terrible, but well, Pick D is now in front of Morvai, but the damage isn't that massive, I would say.
Yeah, Morvai made the mistake. He turned into the downhill chicane too early, hit one of the inside tires on the left-hander, and then got spun around into the tires on the right-hander.
Yep. But he didn't lost that much time. Lost a few seconds, but
not that many positions even.
Well, we have now on the back of Morvai we have Phil Rose. How do you say that again?
Phil Rose.
Anyway, yeah, him. Morvai really having trouble there. Completely out of the wing.
Yeah, out of rhythm, and I guess his tires are showing some quite good disco. I mean, that they are flickering in all possible.
I cannot see it on my screen.
No. Morvai runs wide for Rose to the inside.
Right. It's not that detailed on my screen as on his screen, of course. Yeah. True.
So,
Rose.
Yeah.
Managed to take over Morvai.
5th position.
FZR against FZR. Yeah, basically Morvai needs to relax.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Calm down from this rush of
wants to do
adrenaline.
Again wants to do too much. See that he's losing it there in the chicane and the hairpin. You have to accept that the car is in a little bit of a bad condition. Then you're losing your 5th place.
Yeah, moreover, his clutch is also not in the best condition right now.
Yeah, well, still in orange.
Okay, but, just turn back to orange then.
Rose makes a mistake. It's on the grass, really onto the grass. So Morvai can catch up again, and that's what I mean. If you relax a little bit and accept your car problems, then you can catch up again. If you make mistake after mistake, then it's going completely wrong. But it's easy commenting if you're not behind the wheel.
Yeah. Up in front, the two FXRs are pretty much doing the very same lap times.
Yes, I was monitoring exactly the same thing.
The one is a few hundred fast in the one sector, the other in the other, and over the course of a few laps, it's about 0, the difference. To go in grid 1. In grid 2. There's Shippy still leading.
Morvai is making mistake again. He's really way too enthusiastic. Very difficult to pronounce for me. This stage, but he almost went sideways into Overrouge's downhill chicane. Yeah, corkscrew, that kind of thing. Now he lost time again against Phil Reus.
Well, if he continues driving like this, he won't have a shot at the 5th place.
Yeah, he wants to do too much effort. He wants he's pushing his FZR too much.
And I think Phil Rose is slowly closing up the gap to Pick D.
Yeah, 1/10 of a second split time. Isn't that great, but maybe the best part is the last sector. Well, no, the second sector was 3/10 of a second quicker. Start finish, we have Pick D 153.3 and then we have Phil Reus 152.65, so that's 7/10 of a second quicker. That's massive.
Yeah, it is.
First split 1/10.
Maybe Pick D is suffering from his damage.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially the toe damage on the back. That could be nasty in the handling.
$42.9, second split 42.85 for Pick D, almost the same. Let's see what the third split is going to do.
Yeah,
1/10.
faster. A 10th. It should be, since even though these are GT2 conditions, the FZR has a bit more straight line speed.
Yeah.
And the FXR is pretty much gaining everything on the handling.
$3.10 at the end of the lap, which means that 2/10 was gained in the last sector, which is Overrouge, downhill chicane, corkscrew. So Phil Reus on the back of Pick D now. Kind of. Weird move there. Big D.
First 2 sectors, they're about equal on speed, and now...
Yeah, split times are about the same. Then we get again this fast bit for the FZR. Really fast in this case. Big D again picking up some dirt. Right front doesn't look that great, but yeah.
And a hose is waiting.
Too wide.
Whoa! It looked like a little jump there by the FXR.
Better line again for the FZR. Still Philippe Rosé.
Yeah, and the American sees that there is no chance to defend his position.
Yeah, so it's easy. An easy overtake.
4th place for Rosa. The gap up in front shrinked a bit, down to 3 seconds flat. So this can only mean that Cully again did some mistake. But to be honest, if there is someone on this grid who may do some small mistakes, that's Cully.
Nice.
But the tires of those the two are looking quite different. Duties look to be much more on the top edge in the temperature. And he's gaining suddenly 0.2 of a second on the 3rd sector. Let's monitor this.
Yeah, let's monitor this after a short toilet break for me.
Kali is about to lap Lazar.
It's Winkler. Oh, Kali, you said. Okay, yeah.
Kali. Five laps left.
Lazar's moving. No problem there for Winkler.
Didn't lose him time at all. The race looks pretty much settled. The gaps are rather big, except for Pete and Jan Ole. Which would be for 8th position.
Yeah, but Pete is not gaining, and that's basically because he's not respecting his clutch.
Yeah, and he's
Makes a small mistake.
Yeah, have problems to focus for the final laps.
What's Zupi doing? Zupi is really
He's letting.
He's lifting so much that he's almost did make a stop on the track just to let the leaders pass by. Well,
the situation.
Not really the leaders, but the people in front, so to say. But it looked weird. He was driving so slow, and now he's on the grass. And now he's on the other part of the grass, into the corner and crashing and everything. Oh my god. Okay. Zupi doesn't have his day.
It's been a long race. So the concentration, the focus errors are coming into effect. In an endurance race you usually do 1:10, 1:15 stints on these cars. Here you have to drive them 15 minutes longer. That also makes a difference. One could now start the what would have been if game.
Zupi a really old man, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows. No, I mean, especially for Kali and Shooty, what would have been if Shooty was not cut from the leader group at the beginning of the race. What would have been if Roman did do a pit stop and change tires? these kind of things. Kali is now on the penultimate lap.
Well, I'm looking at Zippy, which is quite entertaining. Not really interesting for the Racing League table and everything, but yeah, Kali is going to win, Shuti is going to be second, Boss is going to be third.
Rose for 5th, Morvai for 6th. Yeah, what would have been if Rosa didn't have to serve 2 penalties? Where would have he ended up? Probably on 3rd position. Morvai, also someone who I thought would be challenging for a podium position.
Yeah. Maybe Aston North is not his combo. It's not his favorite thing. I like the track, by the way.
Yeah, it's from my perspective one of the few tracks in LFS which really deliver everything. So, slow parts, fast parts.
So Kali Winkler is in his last lap. Followed by Shuti.
Gap still around 3 seconds.
Being followed by Boss. Not something going to happen, I expect.
I think the about 4/10 he lost on the first sector, Kali can, can live with that. Unless the 10th lost don't add up to about 30, that would mean that Shuti could go past him, but we're more than a half lap through. Final split. Shuti's gaining more and more ground, so Kali is just managing his lead. There comes the FXR from Kali. First one round the last bend. And Kali wins in front of Shuti, separated by just 1.16 seconds in the end.
Come on, Zupi! Burst into a tire. Why not? Last lap.
Boss coming to the line in 3rd position. Being the last one on the podium. Rose 4th. Picty 5th. And Morvai 6th.
Yes.
Darker now.
He's coming. Zippy is across the finish line. Nice.
Jan Ole, Pete in 8th and 9th. The Rise now coming out of the last turn. In 10th position, and then we've got the last car on the lead lap in 11th position. Dandy, just 13 cars making the finish. Well, but that's sometimes the way it goes. Fastest lap here in the race for Shuti, minute 51.88. And Cuddy Winkler will head into the next race with a total of 600 points after 2 victories back-to-back in CityLiga 20. First points for Shooty. And yeah, that's about everything we can say about this race. So that's been it for today. I think we used the last couple of laps well enough to sum up what happened. Oh, on grid 2 they already switched the track to the next combo, so can't tell you the results there right now. In grid 3, Como won in front of Kellerami and Giarto, the top 3 there. Oh, and it looks like someone ran out of fuel just before the start-finish line. At least that's what remote is looking like. Or is he? He's... oh dear. He came to a dead stop and did not finish the race. Oh dear.
Yeah, shortest of fuel.
Probably. But in remote it looked like... okay, I won't comment any more on that. So that's probably a job for Ronald. So that's been today's event. Hopefully you will join us in 2 weeks' time. Then we'll be in
Yeah, I'm looking for that too. What is the next round going to be?
South City Classic with the XFG.
Okay.
So way different cars. We're going to front wheelers now after having.
That's going to be a close race, I think.
Going to be a hard race with yeah.
The
Worlds
Monday
all
is
around
2nd
you.
of March.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah. So bye from us here.
Yeah.
And see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.